Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are back in Kerbal Space Program Hardcore Mode. And to explain those to people that this might be their first time seeing this, I am playing pretty much a stock game. I do have some mods as far as just improving the graphics and the UI, but it is all parts are stock and the gameplay is all stock, but I am playing it on hard mode. And then I gave myself the further challenge of turning the science return down to 30%. And speaking of science, that's what this mission is all about. Here we have the Cerberus on board. We have Valentina, Roland, and Dr. Jekyll. And this mission is all about science. We are planning on landing on the moon, and I got a whole army of contracts here that should all be satisfied. We have Explore the Moon, dock 2 vessels on or around the moon, and the vessel we'll be docking with is right here, the Kerbal 1. We set up this rendezvous at the conclusion of last stream, and right now all Cerberus has to do is this one orbit, and we should be coming within 0.1 kilometers of the Kerbal 1. Once we get back down here to our periapsis, we also have to rescue Dr. Jekyll from orbit of Kerbal. We picked her up on the way out here. We still have to bring her back, as well as everybody else, of course. We want to get some science data from space around the moon. Actually, why don't we just polish that off right now? I could just simply do a crew report, even though it's all been done, and just transmit it. And that will satisfy that contract. Might as well do it if it's easy. Some science data from the surface of the moon. That's what this is all about. I'll get to this one in just a little bit. And then I also have, and whether I'll get to this or not, I don't know, rescue Tiborn from orbit of Kerbal. He is in this orbit right here. Now, that might be quite the challenge. I'll have to evaluate whether I have the Delta V to do that or not on the way home. I suspect not, but you never know. We'll take a look at it anyway. So that's gonna be that's what all that's going to be about. So we'll be getting to that in just a little bit. And just before we do get to that, I do have a Patreon page and YouTube membership active, and I always like to welcome aboard my most recent additions to the people that directly support this channel. So thank you very much to Mark Jorg, Mark Kaiser, and Mateus. These are the most recent people to join on either through Patreon or directly through YouTube. So thank you very much. And of course, an extra special thank you to everybody who supports this channel directly or just participates in engaging with the channel and feeding that algorithm for me. Oh, I'm glad that the geostationary orbit stuff worked well for you. Yeah, that was a little discussion on the Discord. And I'm glad with Democracy Spreader that my tutorials are helping you out. Okay, let's get this rendezvous out of the way. So we're gonna switch this over to approach vector mode. We're gonna be meeting up in 1 hour, 2 minutes. So I'm gonna put this on free because I think this works a little bit better that way. And we'll just time warp that away. I'm gonna find the best place for my microphone here. I don't know why I'm struggling with it today. Okay. You can see we are in a polar orbit because the plan, what makes this mission a little different. This is my second time landing on the moon. Well, hopefully it'll be a successful mission. But what makes this one a little different is that both vessels involved are intended to be reused, so that it will, although it takes some time to kind of put the infrastructure into place, hopefully that will mean that further missions will be easier. Now, the Cerberus that you're seeing here, just about a few minutes away here, put this on retrograde. This fella's home base is Kerbal Station. Where is our target? 4. There we go. There's our target there. This fellow's home base is Kerbal Station. We have a fueling tank there, and it can go back and refuel and all of that kind of good stuff. The Kegel, which is what we're going to be rounding, is kind of floating around the moon here all on its own. The eventual plan, and whether we'll get to that today or not, I don't know, but the eventual plan is to build it a space station with a fueling depot attached to it. But right now it's just here on its own. But the plan will be to be able to reuse it, and that's what this contract here is about, is build a new orbital station around the moon. Build, you know, it's all the normal stuff. It's unfortunately, and I really and ahhed about whether I was going to take this one on or not. It does have the proviso for that I have to have 4,000 units of liquid fuel aboard. That is, to put it mildly, a buttload of liquid fuel. Like, for instance, this whole ship holds 342 units of liquid fuel. It's one of those things that just really bugs me, honestly, in this game. Sort of these kind of ridiculous contract requirements like 4,000 units of liquid fuel, which is just out of whack with so much of the rest of the stuff that you do. But I kind of wanted the contract, so I ended up deciding I'd give it a go. I should start slowing down here too. The other way. This way, yeah. Start slowing down here. We're coming in. Come in a little closer. But yeah, so I picked it up. Not a fan of it, but that's what it is. And it's, I don't know, we'll decide. I don't have very high technology, so once we get this science back, we'll kind of evaluate what our situation is. Yeah, I can just lock this on retrograde here, I think. Push it around. And we'll see how we're going to try and accomplish that. Yeah, there's a mining base, but the 4,000 units of liquid fuel is still a lot to mine. Oh, and I don't have any of the mining equipment locked up either, Oliver, or unlocked yet. So, yeah, I'm not that high in the tech tree. I might have to just haul that fuel out there, whether I like it or not. And but for that, I think I'm gonna need to get bigger engines, bigger lifters. But we'll see. We'll see where we're at. Right now, it's about docking with this Kegel, it's going to be Roland who's going to go down to the surface and trying to get as much science as we can out of it. All right, where are we at? See a little bit slow. Whoop, a little more slowing down here. Always look at this time to intercept. Probably cut and get a little bit closer still. Yeah, it's all about the science. Do remember though, I'm only working at 30% science return, so yeah, I'm so used to playing on normal, which is 100% science return, and so we'll see how much science we get. That's all I can say. So let's get closer again. I put this back into orbit mode. I do find docking easier that way. It's coming into view now. Oh, I can see my docking port is up this way. Might have to do a little bit of... You know what I might do? I might just dock this Matt Loans style. Show you that in just a little bit. First, I'm just gonna... Let's just knock off our velocity here. Majority of it anyway. There we go. Alright, so control from here. This just seems to be kind of... Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it looks like it's oriented north-south. Oh, no, never mind. I won't do it Matt Lone style. I'll do it my style. What do I gotta do? I just gotta pin that. I thought it was at some more sort of random orientation. I was gonna... Well, I can do Matt. Let's show Matt Lone style. I've mentioned it, so let's show it. So, Matt Lone style... Turn that off. Pin that one. Is to point your vessels, just point the docking ports at each other. So put this one. It's probably the easiest way to dock two things together. It's just always feels a little bit cheap to me. So you point this one right on the target icon once you have got that docking port. Then you go back to this one. You set this one as a target. Control this one from here. And then do the same thing. Put it right on the target icon. Really helps when you have the ability to lock to that, which we don't have. But if we get it right on there, it should be okay. It really is the easiest way to dock, I think. And then we go back to this vessel. Oh, they are drifting off. I don't know. Now I'm not so sure. And now you just drive her in. So put the H there. Just drive them two together. I kind of enjoy the challenge, actually, of just docking with it despite its orientation, but we'll do it this way. Why not? It should work fine. So there's our little lander. It's still got its transfer stage on the back. I think I might steal some of that fuel from it. And the lander is only capable of carrying one Kerbal. So it's just going to be Roland, our scientist, that's going to go down. Okay, now I should have quite a lot of science equipment aboard. I don't want to forget that. Yes, so I have the science experiment kit. I also have the ground equipment, which honestly isn't a lot. But I have unlocked some of the ground equipment, so we'll deploy some of that too on the surface. But right now, how much fuel? Oh, I did it this way. I'm going to take a lot of this fuel. Because this stage is just going to be ditched anyway. And I'm worried about I won't quite use it all up before I ditch it. So, where is the getting... Why can't I not... Enable crossfeed. Okay. Well, I learned something there. There we go. In. Just steal some of this stuff. So we'll empty that tank. And we'll take out... yeah, let's take out all this. That way it's nice and even. And then there's this much left. That's good. That's good. Okay. Roland, you're going over there. Transferring over to the Kegel. And actually, I am going to orient this. I don't like it just hanging out like this. So I'm just going to put this onto the north. Like so. Okay, honestly though, I think... Here, we'll shut this engine down. I feel like I'm lollygagging, but I think I'm pretty much ready to go. Why don't... Here, let's get back to cargo. I want to make sure... Where is Roland? Right there. Roland's parachute doesn't have to come with us, so we can stick that into... Gotta make sure... I don't know what's with what. The Mark II command pod is... Just want to make some room, because what I want to do is give Roland the experiment kit. There we go. Now, I have no idea... EVA Roland. I have no idea whether I have done the EVA science here or not. So let's try that now. So EVA science. Have I done this in orbit about the moon? We'll find out very soon. We have not. Okay, okay. So what we have to do is remember to grab that one also on the way back out again. That was for low space. We also want to do that for high space. And obviously we got to do that on the surface of the moon too. Board. Okay, let's open up X Science and just evaluate. What science have we done? Just moon. Is the experiment kit not listed here? That's what's confusing me. How come it says like 0 for moon surface? I've landed on the moon. I just don't want to land in a biome that I've already landed. But according to this, it says I've not landed anywhere, but I've definitely landed somewhere. Crew report, EVA report, temperature. I'm noticing, yeah, the EVA experiment kit is not listed here. Okay, I think let's just get this done. So we're gonna just undock. Back to here. SAS on. So we have 162 meters per second here, so that'll handle a good part of the descent. We'll detach it, and then we're going to land on that. Let me just check X Science just one more time. Oh, here we go. No, that's right now. That's fine. Maybe it just was... There we go. No, that's Kerbal. Moon. It was showing that I hadn't done any experiments, but I have. Moon, surface. Maybe it's moon landed? There we go. Crew report while landed in the Midlands. So I got to make sure not to land in Midlands. I can land anywhere else. So let's take a look at what we got for the moon. Let's open up X Science 2. This one. Not that one. This one. Ready to do... Oh, we can do a materials bay and a goo too. We'll do that. It's a little bit there, but right now, there's what I'm trying to do. Let's pick a good landing spot. Okay, the Twin Traders is something that has potential, doesn't it? I think I might try and go for that. Maybe go... Oh, yeah, I think X Science was just slow in loading it there, but thank you. Is it Pranav? Maybe go to the R&D center and check, which is true. I could have, but I'm glad I didn't. I think it was just slow to load up. Okay. I'm going to try and go for these twin craters here because I just know what that is. Let's do a mystery goo and a material study because there's a little bit of science there and we got a scientist aboard and she can reset them. Collect that. Restore. And let go. And the goo's on the other side. Okay, back aboard. I think I'm nervous. I'm just delaying because of that. So we're going around. Let's just get rid of everything but us. We're going around this way. So I'm going to start my descent right down around here, right around where periapsis is. So let's go around. Hopefully the moon won't rotate too much. Part of me wants to install ScanSat so you can get some nice biomaps. There is a sort of semi-cheaty way to get a biomap right now, but I don't know. I might do that. I don't need it yet. I know those are twin craters. Okay. And again, this isn't hard mode, so I do not have the ability to revert. I don't have the ability to quick save. If things go wrong, they just go wrong. I'm going to put this on free. So the moon is below me. I think, yeah, I'm definitely still coming over the twin crater, so that's good. Okay, we'll burn. That's pretty good for now. Okay, let's put this on surface. Let's put this on terrain. Let's roll so that the blue is up. And let's do this thing. There is a multiplayer version. I've been saying I wish you could join the game, do cooperative missions. There is a multiplayer mod, but I'm not quite sure how well it works. But there are videos of people doing it a little bit. Who knows? Maybe Kitten Space Agency, that'll be something for them. Yeah, I could land at the poles. Poles can be a little tricky. They're a little lumpy. I want to just keep this as simple as I can, so a nice big flat crater. Very much like that idea. Let's actually see if I can knock a little bit more off of this trajectory. Not going to be doing a suicide burn or anything. We'll just come over it, kill our velocity, drop straight down. I should have lots of delta V. So this is going to be about playing it relatively safe. Alright, I like it. Okay, as soon as I see a nice landing spot, we're going to just slam on those engines. Okay, I'm looking at what's coming up ahead. This is the twin crater. It looks a little nicer this way, so I'm going to do a little bit of a push in that direction. And maybe come more over here. See what that's like. Honestly, right what I'm coming over looks pretty good. I think I'm going to just slam it right here. Let's go. Now I'm going to be losing this stage. Any moment. Where is this fuel coming from? Okay, stage. Oh, I know why, because I enabled the crossfeed. Okay, so it was using fuel from inside the lander. Ugh, that's not great. I messed up my Delta V a little bit. I had the crossfeed enabled. More thrust, come on, go. I had the crossfeed enabled because of the, when I did the fuel transfer and forgot to turn it off again. So that engine kept using fuel and it was using it from the lander. Which is not great because I was carrying more mass than I needed. I don't think I did it for very long and I wasn't thrusting very high, so I think it's okay. I'm just going to keep burning. I want to not go in this crater. That's the whole plan. I'm still about 3.5 kilometers up. Doing okay there, and I'm just pushing that retrograde right to the very, very top of the nav ball. Cut. Just gonna drop straight down. Okay, I need a lot of fuel. Come on. I got a lot of speed still. Slow, slow, slow. Slow down. We're doing alright. 500 meters. Nope, slower still. Come on. Remember, we have a scientist aboard, no pilot. Oh, looks a little rocky. I think that terrain is not... I'm gonna live with it. This is Parallax. Here, I should stop talking and just... Okay, I see my shadow. Whoop. As per usual, I forgot. I landed right in between all the rocks. None of these rocks have, I don't have, this is Parallax, but it's providing all of the surface texture, and I do not have the collision turned on, so I would have just clipped into those rocks, but I actually landed in between them all perfectly like I was planning it. I think this one's a real rock, but none of these ones are. Okay, we are down. That went all right. I should have hit cap lock on my way down, but I did not because I always forget to do that. Okay, we got work to do, and I'd like to do it quickly because the moon is rotating, and we want to rendezvous. Whoops. We want to rendezvous with our spacecraft, and the longer we wait, the longer we're going to drift out of that plane. So let's get this done. So, crew report. 6 science there. Temperature scan. 9.6 science, that's what I want to see. Pressure scan, 14.4 science. Mystery goo, 12 science. Material study, 30 science. Okay, and I guess at this point we're going to be EVAing. Okay, we can do an EVA report. 9.6, we can do a surface sample, 36, and we can also do the EVA science experiment, which is involving taking out a golf ball, lining up your shot. Boom. Nice. 30 science there, and oh, that's just from the moon's surface, so it's not biome specific, so that's the end of that. Okay, let's get this stuff aboard. RCS. I also noticed when she swung that club that there was a distinct sound of air rushing, like a whoosh, like a whoosh. And it's like, what exactly is whooshing when you swing a golf club in a vacuum? I don't know. Let's start collecting here. So collect this. And restore. Yeah, she's right on top of all the solar panels. Take that data. Take that one. Restore. Take that one. Okay. Come on, she's stuck a little bit. There she goes. store all that in... I gotta get closer. Don't let me store this. Need this anymore. Am I... Oh, I'm hitting the... I'm on storage mode? What's going on here? I'm trying to just right-click, and it's just giving me the inventory option. Weird. Like, it's not giving me the option just to store the experiments in. There we go, store experiments. Was I just missing that? I don't know. Anyway, that's all stored. We also, want to set up that equipment. So, opening up our inventory, this can go back in. What's what? Let's start with deploying a solar panel. Oh, okay, I gotta lose this too. Oh, it's gonna be like that. Okay, I do that, and like that, and like that. Okay. Solar panel. I think you were too far for the story. Did I really feel that far? I guess I must have been. Okay, where am I gonna put these? Like, we're in like this whole cluster of rocks. Here. Can I get out of this? Okay, close this. Oh, I don't have an EBA pack anymore, of course. Okay. I was gonna RCS my way out into that zone there, because that seems just a more sense. You know what? I don't think it matters. We're gonna do it here. I don't think it matters at all. So we're gonna place this. This is solar panel number 1. And how do you do this again? It's been too long. Space to place the part. Yeah, it's going. Okay. Cargo again. Get the other solar panel. I worked out, if you have an engineer deploy the solar panels, it's much, much better. But unfortunately, I do not have an engineer. So I'm just going to have to use a scientist. Okay, and then we have, I think that's the actual experiment. We have the control unit, which has the antenna and stuff. And you just have to get everything within reasonable proximity of each other. Little down thing. I hope I'm doing this right. Okay, and things should start deploying. Here we go. I do love deploying animations. I'm a big sucker for that. Okay, and then finally I have, I think, my only experiment, which is this deployable mystery goo thing. Oh, whoa, 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 I hit. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hit warp to sunrise. Oh boy, we just did a ton of time warping. Thankfully, life support's not a thing, but I don't know where my other vessel is now. I went to click... I went to click the... I went to click that, and I hit that little sun bop down. Oh boy. So that's deploying, and then I think you do have to do stuff. So, like, is this powered? Power units produced, power units required, power units available. So I think it's fine. It's getting 2 power units. That's what it needs. So interact. Give a little pet. I don't know if that's necessary, but I did it anyway. And is this guy powered? Power units required is 1. Module innate. I think it's good, right? Interact with that. Give a little pet too. Status powered. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, so this just passively collects science. There are more experiments you can do. I needed the 2 solar panels because with a scientist, they each produce 1 unit of power, and each of these needs 1 unit of power. If I had an engineer, I'd only need 1 of those, but it is what it is. Okay, now let's get her aboard. We're all done. Oh, I don't have... can I jump and do it? Oh, I can get the... That was dumb. That was really dumb. That was really dumb because I can reach. Just grab this stuff. Okay, board. All right, where is our target? That is exactly what I was... I did that warp to sunrise, and we went halfway through the lunar day. Okay, so we're going to have to wait. I can't launch now. So we're going to have to time... Oh, it's going to be at nighttime. That was just dumb. And a moon day is... moon takes 6 days to go around, so we actually have going to spend 3 days on here, all because I slipped and hit that silly little button. I'm noticing as well, this is... Oh no, this is pretty close to 90 degrees. Oh, flag! Thank you. I did the EVA pack. Planting a flag would be a good idea. You're right. Let's plant a flag. I did the EVA pack. I did do that science. I hit my golf ball. Alright, planting a flag. But planting a flag, my goodness. Oh, I should be checking my contracts too, making sure I did everything there that's needed. So this is the Kegel. I guess the Kegel 1. This is Roland here. All by myself. Who is it? It's Val and Dr. Jekyll. I'm coming for you. Okay. Well, let's just take a look at contracts here just real quick. Make sure I did do science data from the surface of the moon. Rescue Dr. Jekyll. I did the explore the moon. Science data from the surface. Oh, we can transmit some of it to get that off our plate. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Why did I jump? I don't know why I jumped. Try that again. There we go. We're aboard. Yeah, I can look at the science I have. Let's... Oh, I got to get the crew report out of there, too. Do that, too. Let's review the report. Let's transmit that. So that should knock off another... That's the science data from the surface. Good, good, good. And... So that contract's complete. We have some milestones. We have started constructing our first station about the moon because we did the docking. You performed a docking maneuver in the moon. Yep. That's more contracts. Okay. Close, close, close. Okay. Back to this. Back to this. Now notice that the Cerberus is going to the south. There. So we're going to have to launch towards the south. Going black. It's in a very low orbit, so I'm gonna go... let's start with going for a... What is the orbit here? 14.6? 15. We'll go for a 15-kilometer orbit, and then we'll evaluate our situation for facilitating a rendezvous. Well, now I'm thinking about it. Or should I go... Let's watch it. If it gets... No, if it's behind us, let's go into a higher orbit. That's what we're going to do. Should I let it go? Screw it. We'll go up and... Nah. I keep going back and forth on what I want to do. Let's launch. Let's just launch and we'll figure it out. Okay, so SAS on. Oh, I don't have it. Why don't I have SAS? In target mode. Don't go in target mode. Oh, I'm out of electricity. Am I out of electricity? I sure am. Okay, we're just going to have to throttle up. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Let's put RCS on so I have some attitude control. And we're just going to head south, which is 180 degrees. I have no electricity. Let's go. Not what I wanted to do. Oh. Oh, this engine does not. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just go. Oh, I know why I have no control. Oh my gosh. I have the attitude control on the... Oh my gosh. I have nothing. My only attitude control is the reaction wheels in there. And I think it might be some gimbling on that motor. I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, I'll explain why that went so badly. RCS is doing nothing for me. Okay, there. We're at 15.9 kilometers. So what happened there? I have the yaw, pitch, and roll disabled. I don't think I need them. And that's why I was expecting RCS to give me some pretty good control. Oh, I have no electricity, so I have no reaction wheels. This, thank goodness, has a gimbal on it. Okay, let's get this under some control. Yaw, pitch, and roll coming on. Wow. That could have gone really badly. So I did that. I have no reaction wheels because I have no electricity. And I didn't have RCS because I have that yaw, pitch, and roll disabled. Okay. And this engine clearly doesn't generate electricity. So I've just turned that on. I should have RCS now. Oh my gosh. That was... When it was pointed down, I was really scared. But the gimbling on that... Thankfully, that the Spark engine is gimbaled. If the Spark engine wasn't gimbaled, that would have been a complete and utter disaster. We got to get into the sun. This thing was never meant to go into the lunar night. Oh, dear. Roland needs to change your pants. Absolutely. I need to change my pants. I'm hoping the sun will come up reasonably soon. You can see a nice crescent Kerbal there. Okay, we're about a minute away from Apoapsis. I'm just letting it tumble. It's more or less tumbling in the direction I want. There is a teeny amount of electric charge. I don't know where it came from. Because I don't think this generates anything. Maybe it does. Oh, we're getting some sun. We're charging. We're charging. Okay, okay. I'm going to be brave enough to turn on SAS. I'm going to put this down towards prograde. I'm not even... I am... Should I put on RCS? No, I don't think I need to put on RCS. I think we're okay. 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 So we'll circularize and evaluate. That was scary. Throttling up. All right, close enough to 15 by 15. Let's Okay, white knuckle time I think is done now. We can actually maybe even brave on putting on the lights. Lights on. There we go. And I'm going to turn these back. Never ended up using them. Could have used them at the beginning. But I don't think we're going to need them now. All right, where is our target? This is the other issue I'm going to have. Very low inclination difference, so that's good. But I got to figure out how I'm going to facilitate this rendezvous. We're heading to the south. We're coming this way. I want to do it on the day side, so I'm going to do it over here. Actually, let's do it at the DN. That's the proper place to do it. Even though it's only half a degree. So, if I burn prograde here, how much do I have to do? Yeah, I'm not going to do this much. I don't want to burn this much. Because then I just got to take that off when I get the other way. So what I'm going to do, here's how you're going to do a little burn. Like that. I'm going to put a maneuver out here, out in no man's land. This is just a dummy maneuver. We're going to select the maneuver 2. That's this one with nothing in it, right? That should be all zeros. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop ahead in orbit. And with each orbit, you can see that thing gets closer. I mean, we've already spent 3 days on the surface. And I can see now if I go to maneuver 1... give it a little more prograde. Yep. Tiny amount. So if I do this burn, this one should still be zeros in it. Yeah. If I do this little burn here, this little 19 meter per second burn, it puts me in this orbit. I'll need to ride around a few orbits. But I should be able to get myself to my destination from that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Let's reduce this throttle. Because it's only a 1 second burn. Thank goodness that engine was gimbaled. I would have been so screwed if that wasn't the case. Roland's a rookie Kerbanaut. Ready for the burn. Okay, and because it's such a small burn, it's only a 7-second burn time. I'm going to wait until I'm 7 seconds ahead of the burn, and then I'm going to go to half throttle. Rather than full throttle the whole way. So 9, 8, 7, go to half throttle. Finish off the little RCS. Oh, I guess that's it. Okay. Let's see how I did. So again, we're not meeting on this orbit, but if I add a maneuver here and start popping ahead orbits, I should be coming pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more orbits, and I'm 4.7 kilometers apart. What we'll do is we'll do those orbits, and then we will reevaluate at that time. So what I'm going to do is, again, orient this for the solar panel purposes. And where was that maneuver I made? I think that works pretty good. I'm going to just time warp to that maneuver. So, boop. Looks like we're in the sun this whole time. Okay. And then we can delete that maneuver and we should look, and there we are. So we're a little bit off. So if I make a bit of a change, I'm not quite sure. You know what? I think my best bet, do it about here. Try and figure out which way does this get better. So it's 4.7. That's worse. That's better. It's not much better. A little bit of radial. Oh, it's got to be a normal change. .3.1, 3.2. There we go. I cannot see it in all these numbers. 1.9. A little bit of radial again. A little bit of normal. Seems radial and normal are the way to go. Oh, I saw a 0. There we go. 0 kilometer separation. I got to do this little tiny burn to do that. Yeah, my network connection's terrible. I'm actually, wait a minute. Why is my network connection... Oh, my antenna's retracted. That's why my network connection is so terrible. Let's extend my antennas. Because I have a relay network, but my antennas are down. I hear people commenting about how bad my network is. There we go. That's much better. Now I'm at 99%. Mucho bettero. How much monopropellant do I have aboard? Quite a lot. Okay, and we can put this now on the maneuver tab, and we should be able to just do this. So I'm going to give a little bit of thrust. You can see I'm pointing off in a funky direction. I was considering doing it with RCS, but I think I'm going to do it just with the throttle a little bit. So that's bringing down my encounter's distance here, as you can see. $34 meters. Happy days. Okay, we're gonna be there in 13 minutes, Roland. So she has been here for this is almost 4 full days that she has been doing this for. So, you know, good for her, but this could have gone better. Would have gone better if it wasn't for that accidental time warp. That's what messed everything up. But it all worked. It all worked. Okay. Oh, target. There we go. Gotta slow down. Oh, let's give ourselves a little more on that. Control from here. And she's returning with 254 meters per second of fuel. I'm using this. Now keep in mind, she did have a fuel tank aboard that we used for our descent that future missions won't have the luxury of. But I think that was only 100 and something. Either way, it's not exactly... brimming with extra fuel. Okay, I can see I need to push a little this way just to get it off of there. Control. I think I already hit control from here, didn't I? Okay, shut down this engine. Go to here, grab that. Control from here, or not control from here, sorry. Why do I keep hitting wrong buttons? There we go. Set that as a target. And this needs to be on 180 and then eyeballing it from there. Oh, everything's backwards with retrograde. Drives me crazy. Slow down. No, it is this way I need. Yeah, I do need to go that way. Excuse me for a sec. Ooh. Look like I'm pretty lined up? I think so. I could do the same trick that you saw me do a little earlier, but I'm not going to do it that time. Okay, I see the target icon coming into view. Coming into view at the bottom left, bottom of the nav ball here. Think I'm more or less going the right way. Maybe a little bit. Nope, this way. A little that way. There. We're looking good. Bonk. All right, so Roland is back here, so we're going to transfer Roland. Back into here. Now let's just take a look at the cargo situation, because I want to have that EVA experiment kit. She still has it, and we still have 3 parachutes aboard. So that is all good. That's all good. That's all good. The actual lander is empty. And then the final thing I'm gonna do, no, push that button. The final thing I'm going to do is steal all of the remaining fuel out of the lander. The lander does not have, it can't do anything until it's refueled, so I might as well just take everything. And then we'll evaluate whether or not scooping up that one Kerbal on the way out of here is a viable alternative. The more I think about it, the more I think it is not. Is that my only fuel, or are those 3 cans? Or those 4? Wow, that's all the fuel I have on there. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so that's all that. Let's plan our exit home. And let's see if we can also scoop this up. Either way, what we gotta do is time warp until the plane of this orbit is in line with its orbit about Kerbal. Oh, we're going completely the wrong direction. That's not cool. That's not cool. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of an evaluation here. I'm going to try and figure out if we got enough delta V to do this. So I'm going to just create a little bit of an ejection. I see now that this needs to be all the way around like this. There. Yeah. And I'm aiming to just have my periapsis set this guy as a target. Gonna take some fiddling. I don't know what that red one is confusing me. This is the one I'm interested in. It's coming back and doing another moon encounter. Oh, I have the set way too low. That's the problem. There we go. So like that kind of a thing. I can see the timing is bad. And it'll probably be better in a couple of future orbits, right? So pop ahead in orbit. Let's try that. You can see I'm getting very close to an encounter right around here-ish. So what I want to do... So that is 198 meters per second. And if I add a maneuver here to do the rendezvous... I'm not actually doing the rendezvous. I'm just seeing what it would take to just get into this orbit. A little bit of radial. And I think quite a bit of normal. Just kind of ballpark. So ballpark, that's close enough. So what does that second maneuver... Unfortunately, this is the first maneuver. I'm going to have to write this down. That's 198. To see the second maneuver, I need to go to this. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't give you the total. It gives you what each of those components are, but I have to use the little Pythagorean theorem there. So it's 139 squared plus 185 squared plus 83 squared. And you add that all up, and you take the square root of the mess, and I'm getting 246. 246. So 246 plus 198 gets me just a rendezvous with them will be about 444. Let's round that up to 500 meters per second. The question is, if I detach right now on dock, how much fuel do I have? And still be able to get home too. Why am I having trouble here? Am I crazy? Why am I not seeing... Why am I not seeing undock as an option? Because I'm time warping. Because I'm a doofus. Was I time warping that whole time? Oh my gosh. What are you going to do with me? Okay, undock. Back to this. I have, if I activate this engine, there we go. 1,338. I have plenty of fuel. I can easily do... Oh, I'm going to do it. We're doing this. We are doing it. We are doing it. This is one capable vessel. This can carry 4 Kerbals. We're doing it. EVA for science. Right now, there's no EVA science for me to do. But I will be once I'm in high space. I can do the EVA experiment kit. Don't forget that this is not my first time around the moon. I've been around the moon a few times already. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Coming around this way, so right about here. I've done orbits of the moon. We once put ourselves into a polar orbit. And I've done... that's too much. And I've already landed on the moon once. Look at that. I'm going to try and facilitate an encounter right... That is going to be one heck of a... Oh, well, we'll see what... Let's... But if I can hit it right at that DN, if I can have the 2 paths meeting there, that would be uber great. Let's play around with this. I'm just playing around with the timing to try and get the plane of this orbit reasonably close. Yeah, there's kind of no way around this, is there? Maybe it's better if I come this way. No, this way. Where are the AN? That's what I want. I want to keep that. I want that to be a minimum, that 12.6 degrees. Why did I just do that? Timing. And I'm just fiddling with the timing. 11.5 seems to be about as good as that's going to get. And now... just barely escaping actually out of the moon's SOI. I think right there is pretty good. I want the DN to be where these 2 orbits are actually touching, and that will help me set up the actual rendezvous. I don't think I'm going to go for this rendezvous that you see. Like that. And we have a 12-degree difference in inclination. That should be okay. That's doable. Just a 200 meter per second burn. Warp. Am I still warping? What am I doing that's getting me to warp? I'm past my node. Okay. Why is that happening? What am I doing? Okay, I'm going to have to... I'm going to pop ahead in orbit. Reevaluate this. I have, like, heavy fingers or something. Heavy fingers today. I actually have the time warp toggled to the 3rd and 4th mouse buttons on my mouse. I don't know if that's facilitating this. Anyway, there's the actual thing. Oh, now it's 11.2 degrees. It's actually a little bit better, so I'm going to live with it. That's okay. Maybe it was fortuitous. Lost in the sauce. Yeah, I wish I could use that as an excuse. Okay, we have this burn coming up in 39 minutes, so let's just get this done. Let's get this done. We're going to pick somebody up. This wasn't part of the original plan, but we're doing it now. And now Valentina is in charge, so everything is going to go fine. Everything's going to go well. Roll this so Cerberus is showing upright. There we go. I keep hearing people talk about science. There's no science for me to collect. Here's science here and now. There's nothing here for me right now. I've got all the science I has. There will be a little bit of science I can get once I'm in high space. Base high above the moon. Okay. 9 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And activate engine. This is... wow. Okay, let's watch it from here. Now, it's barely escaping out of the moon's SOI. Oh, I think I might have overdid it just a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong end. This is where I want to look. Again, I want that DN right. Let's see. Go back. Put on RCS, a little bit of the N. No, it's not this way. Get a little bit of throttle. No, I don't think I'm getting any better. Back up a bit. I don't think it's come. I think I'm best just leaving it right now. Okay. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. RCS on. Or off. Orient this for solar panels. Even though the sun seems to be sinking on us. You forgot to take one you've collected from the surface of the lander's pod. I left all the science in the lander. Well, it's too late now, isn't it? I did leave all the science in the lander. Oh my god, this is not our day, my day. All I'm seeing is the word science. Now I see some of them saying the science is in the lander. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, my life is all about being in blissful ignorance. The problem is I cannot play the game and read the chat at the same time. Like, and if you're asking me, can I chew gum and walk at the same time? The answer to that question is no, I cannot. So that is what I gotta live with. Is I can stop and then I can read the chat, or I can play the game and not read the chat. I can't do both. That's what my life is like. So yes, we have like zero science here. Ah, and there's, you know what? I got a lot of fuel. No, you know what? This was about science. I'm sorry. I'm bailing on that one mission then. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do ourselves a capture. We're coming back. Oh, that was dumb. Yeah. So yeah, I don't need a maneuver for this. Retrograde, burn. We're coming back for that lander, but I'm sure this is gonna blow the fuel budget. Actually, if I give it a little bit, we've got our capture again. A little bit of radially out. Is that right? No, other way. Okay, I'm going to do this burn right here. Right now. Let's do it. So there has to be a little bit of a radial component to this, but that's okay. Punch it. Just to keep that periapsis from getting too low. All right. And then, like, my periapsis is a little bit low. What raises my periapsis? Is it radial in? It is. Okay, so point radially in. I don't know why I'm on target. Raising that periapsis up. Perfect. Okay. And now we'll set up a rendezvous here. Need to come ahead a second or two. There we go. Where's the other intersect? Am I crazy? Where is it? I've never had this before. Just a sec. I'm keep tweaking this, but I see one intercept marker. Oh, 0.5 meter. Okay, it must be right under the PE. That's all. The other, I can't see the other intercept marker. It must be like right under where that. I got everything on top of each other. There's a half a kilometer separation. There we go. 100 meter separation. Okay. All right, teeny tiny burn coming up. To be honest, I could probably do that with RCS. No, this is worth coming back for. We'll have to pick up our other Kerbal some other time. Let's just lock it to retrograde. That should be fine. Come on. RCS to finish it off. There we go. So you can get closer still. That's good enough. 100 meter separation coming up in 1 hour and 16 minutes. So let's get to that. You know, while I'm in high space and thinking about it, because I'll probably forget. Is it Roland? Oh, Roland's in the back here. I can transfer Roland to the capsule. She should still have her experiment. Does she have it? Yes, she has monopropellant. Good. Just to get some science. This is the science. Every time I heard the word science, I was like going, no, I'm going to do this later. See, now I can do some stuff. But I might as well do this now while I'm thinking about it. This should be a little bit more science. Then we'll go pick up the other science. Okay, 15 science there. Let's go back. You know what? I got all excited that I was going to be able to pick up that missing Kerbal. What's his name again? No, Dr. Jekyll's aboard. It's Taborn. I was all excited that I was going to be able to pick that Kerbal up, and then just botch what I came out here for, which was getting science. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. 40 minutes. $24 It's every time I time warp, the time gets wrong. It's gonna be at periapsis, so 10 minutes. There's our target. I'm not even going to bother to dock. I'm just going to EVA Roland over, and we're going to pick up that science manually. Now, we do have a pretty high encounter speed, 81 meters per second. So we're just going to have to... We'll see how this... Start taking some of the speed off. Oh, that's pushing it the wrong way. This way. That's bad, too. Wow. No matter what I do, it's bad. Okay, let's get closer. Trying to figure out which way to burn to get this encounter distance to go down, but no matter what I do, it's going up because I'm too far from it still. But I gotta start burn. Let's just burn. I gotta start burning because we got a lot of speed to kill off. Still burning. Stop being locked to retrograde. Let's see. If I do a big burn this way, is this make it... That's making it better. Okay. That's what I thought. Getting closer, and then we'll just put the brakes on. So I'm just more or less trying to keep this time to a constant. Oh, I don't have as much speed to kill as I think I do. Let's get closer. What are your top 5 must-have mods? Oh my goodness. Well, I got probably a lot of them installed here. I mean, I'm a huge fan now of BlackRock's volumetric clouds. I guess Kerbal construction, or what am I talking about? Kerbal Engineer, even though I've used it very little in this. If I were playing, I wanted to keep this series kind of stockish, but I honestly think like one of the biggest problems with KSP, one of its biggest weak points, are in the contracts and in the tech tree. Just that they just aren't sensible. And I think if you were to ask me, like, if I was going to play on my own without worrying about it being one way or the other, that's one of the things I would do, is a bunch of contract packs and another tech tree. I'm a big fan of unkerbal start for the tech tree, and it just changes the whole nature of the game. Okay. I don't even know what OPM is. What is OPM? Outer Planets mods. No, I've never played with any planet mods. But that's because anyone who's watched any of my streams for any length of time knows that I spend almost my entire time hacking around the Kerbin system, between Kerbin and the Moon and Bimbis. And I just don't have a huge desire. I don't find interplanetary stuff that much more interesting. And I know that's just me, and that's like other people are very different, but yeah, I just honestly don't find it that much more intriguing to go to other planets. All right, cutting off my throttle. Get out there, Roland. It's your job to take care of the science, and you neglected your duties. Same thing. I'm clicking on the Mark 1 lander can. Very weird. Maybe I just got to grab it. And not seeing the grab the science option. Take data. All right. Let go. There's all that science people were screaming at me about. All right, so I now have my science aboard. And now what we're going to do, if I do, I'm trying to lose the unset target. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. We are not at the ideal time, but I am 100% just going to say screw it, and we're going to go. I'm not waiting anymore. So we're coming around this way. Where is that way? Okay. Oh, might be able to do this if I can do this real quick. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive because I am doing this not at the ideal time. But life's like that. It sometimes just isn't ideal. And we're going to do some aerobraking, so I'm going to set this at 45 kilometers. But what is more important is actually that the plane of this, which you adjust with the timing, is pretty darn close to equatorial, because I am aiming for a space station that's in orbit here. Where's that space station gone off to? Set that as a target just to give me these. Okay. And I need to have a little more prograde. Nope, a little more retrograde. Going the wrong way. Degree inclination difference, but that's just what we're going to get. Okay, get onto that prograde vector. Get ready to do the burn. We can give ourselves a lot more throttle. All right. Yes, I did collect the low orbit experiment science. Thank you, Maxim. I did that actually before she ever headed down to the moon. My issue was forgetting all that science sitting in the lander. It's been a long time since I've done a two vessel landing like this, so I'm going to use that as my excuse. Okay. And is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Tell you one thing, this mission's taken a lot longer than I originally anticipated that it would. Again, I'm looking for about 45 kilometers on that. I always found that works well with aerobraking when coming back from the moon or Mimas. RCS to do some final tweaks. Beautiful. That. Right, for solar panel purposes. Alright, let's get this done. I have too much. Is there ever a way to sort of just turn that off? There. Alright. And turn off that. What is this maneuver here? An old maneuver that has that's an old maneuver from somewhere that's lost its effectiveness. Okay, let's time warp. By moon. Yeah, I know a lot of people just play sandbox mode. I can't play just sandbox mode. I need to have contracts. I've never been good in sandbox games. Okay, I'm just looking. Periapsis is still 45. Now, since the last time I did some aerobraking, I did install the Trajectories mod right here. So let's sort of set this up. So what Trajectories does So if you get it to show the trajectory, it predicts your trajectory after going through the atmosphere. You can see right here, still have a nice elliptical orbit afterwards. You do have to do some adjustment here. You got to say that we are going in a retrograde direction. So you push that. I don't know what the R is. Okay, we are going in retrograde. I should also just... I think it's the lights that everything's toggled with, right? Okay, the antenna stayed out after I did that. But that does have some drag associated with it, so I will have that closed when we go through. It's all going to be good. Yep, we're going to be good. And, yeah, that's all you got to do. What's really nice is doing things like you can set... It's really nice for doing things like landing on the runway and predicting where you're going to end up landing after going through the atmosphere. But for now, I don't think I need any of that. So I'm just going to turn that off. There's also, I thought, in the settings... Yeah, you want to make sure that's on. The use cache. Yeah, it's good. That saves memory for that. Okay, let's get down there. Lights can go back on. So we're going to do some aerobraking. Saves ourselves a lot of fuel. Like, even back when KSP, they're still talking about career versus... lights. Oh, these are toggled oppositely. Something weird going on with that. So let me look at... Where are... That's what I'm looking at. At action groups. On the lights... I should be toggling these antennas. Oh, they are. Oh, something. It probably just doesn't like that they're in a box. Okay. Anyway, back to talk. Yeah, career versus sandbox. Even back when the game didn't have a career mode back in its alpha days. Why am I highlighted all green like that? I don't like that. Oh, it stopped. I had to invent my own career. Oh, it doesn't when I time warp. That's very strange. And there was somewhere a website with just a whole list of recommended sort of historical missions that you could do. And I just had to do... That's what I did. Because I couldn't just... play just regular old sandbox. I need somebody to tell me what to do. That's kind of what I enjoy. Oh, I best get this oriented right. There, there. There. I guess that doesn't matter. Now, will the lights work this time? Nope, the antennas... Oh, the antennas went down. Okay, good. Okay, about to do the atmospheric plunge. Now, also, since the last stream, what I have installed is the Firefly reentry mod, which honestly is quite exciting. So we'll get to see for the first time in this stream what that's going to look like as we go through the atmosphere. It changes the stock reentry effects to something that looks, hopefully, a little bit more exciting. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of glowing here. And here we go. You also quite often see a little bit of a bow shock. Yeah, we're starting to get... Oh, it's a little weird. It's like a bow. It's used to having a heat shield. Little particles there coming off. But the bow shock's a little strange because you can see it's just a ghost copy of the parts that are in the Airstream, which looks a little funny. But this is all really pretty. Okay, so a little bit of heating. The engine's taking the worst of it. Got a little bit of the hot dog heat bars going on here. It looks like there's two of them. Engine's nowhere near exploding. There is this adapter part, little fuel part there that might be getting a little toasty. It's a fuel can in the Airstream. Didn't think about that when I designed this thing, but oh well, it is what it is. But we are past periapsis and on our way up, so that means things should be starting to get better. Quite spectacular and colorful, though. So that bled off a lot of our velocity, brought down our orbit. Our apoapsis is now pushing 22,800 kilometers. Coming back out of the atmosphere. Now, one of the things I am going to have to do, oops, is do myself a little bit of a plane change. Because I do have a 2.2 degree inclination difference that I should fix. I should probably do it out here at the AN, because it's a little bit further away from Kerbal. We'll wait till we're out of the atmosphere before we plot all that out. Put our lights back on. Good, good, good. Probably just lock this to the normal vector now. Alright, so let's see. You can see here it's predicting our next aerobraking pass. Again, comfortably above the... We're coming back out again, according to trajectories, so that is good. Let's do a plane change maneuver right here. So this is the AN, so we're going to have to do a little bit of anti-normal. Let's just click that so we can watch. Just want to zero this out. Facilitate rendezvousing with the station. That should do it. And that is a 59 meter per second burn. So let's get to that. Other vector here. And actually I should have, yes, I do have inclination right here, so I should be able to just watch this. Again, only a 5-second burn, so again I'm going to start at 5 seconds before it says I should, and then just go to half throttle. And I want this inclination here to go down to 0. So that is 7, 6, and 5, go. That is 0.0 on the inclination front. Okay, let's do another aerobraking pass. Again, predicting very comfortable orbit, so you can just go through again as is. This should be less scary than last time because we are now going slower. And with much the same... altitude. Here, boom. You wasn't really, kind of just dove right in there. bit of the physics warping. What I also like to do with these types of vessels is I like putting air brakes on them so that it gives you the ability to control your drag, which is really kind of handy. You can be a lot more aggressive with your aerobraking when you can all of a sudden notice that I'm losing too much on my apoapsis. Drop the air brakes, drag goes down. Okay, just past periapsis on our way back up. How long that trail is. How's it going? Well, we are bringing back 3 crew from the moon. We landed on the surface. We collected science. We momentarily forgot the science and then had to go back for it because I left it in the lander. So that was fun. And now we're in the process of aerobraking to reduce our orbit so that we can rendezvous with this space station, because aboard that space station is a vessel that'll take these folks down to the surface and finish off this mission. Okay, just about on our way out. Turn everything back on again. Lock that onto normal. And you can see with trajectories now how it is predicting that on our next pass, right? See this red? That red is the part that's in the atmosphere. And our next pass, we're going to come down and we're going to hit onto the surface. And it's predicting our landing spot right here. It's really handy. It's taking into account, it seems a little weird, like if I'm going down here, why am I hitting Kerbin's surface here? Well, because Kerbin rotates, of course. So it's actually taking into account Kerbin's rotation. So what we're going to do is we're going to head this out to our apoapsis and do probably one more aerobraking pass, and then we'll be ready to start thinking about getting to our station. But right now, I don't want to come down like this. So all I'm going to do is just not use a maneuver. I'm just going to burn prograde here, raise my periapsis, watch what trajectories is telling me. Okay, we're a few minutes from apoapsis. Now again, what you want to do is you do want to close all this stuff and put yourself in the state so trajectory knows what it is that you got planned, so it can do its calculations. My descent profile is still all retrograde, assuming that's right. And let's get the apoapsis. Prograde. Okay, we'll just start pushing this out. See, it doesn't take a lot. I want to leave it a little bit higher than the station, but not too much higher because I want to save myself a lot of fuel. I think that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to go with that. So we can see here what's going to happen is we're going to come through, we're going to go around, we will end up going down on our second pass, but you know what? I don't care about that. All I care about is my current pass. All right, but looking at the time of the stream, I think that's actually going to have to conclude this for now. I was hoping to get this whole mission done, but my flapping about kind of interfered with that. So we're going to do one more aerobraking pass. Then we're going to end up making ourselves kind of orient. Well, I'm looking at this. Sorry. Is that changing when I do that? Oh, no, it changed maybe. Sorry. Look at the difference here. Okay, notice how it's much lower. And then if I close all of this stuff, now it's much higher. So Trajectories does take into account the drag that's being produced by having these kind of doors open. But anyway, we're going to have to do that final aerobraking pass. Rendezvous with the station. Get these folks down to Kerbal surface and cash in that science. Hopefully that'll be enough for us to start building something with some oomph to it, because I do have this contract to build a new orbital station about the moon with 4,000 units of liquid fuel aboard. Yeah, that might turn out to be fun, but all of that's going to have to be for the future. So in the meantime, I want to thank everybody that's in the chat. I want to thank everybody that's watching this at a later date. And of course, an extra special thank you to my Patreon patrons, YouTube members, and all those that engage with this channel, either through likes or subscribes or just commenting. All of that helps feed the algorithm, get more people seeing this. But in the meantime, have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.